Hi, I'm David Homel, and my new book is called The Fledglings, that you can see here on the screen, perhaps. Um, I have to work in a place where nobody can hear me because actually I write out loud. I say everything I'm writing as I write it, so you can't have people around you when you do that because number one, I drive everybody else crazy, and number two, they, get a hint of what I was doing next, and I don't want that because I want it to be a complete surprise. I've always done that way. I think prose fiction has its own music, just like the blues, just like jazz, just like poetry. I think you've got to hear that music if you're going to write well. I think it's also important to hear the different characters when they talk. I love writing dialogue. I probably write too much. That's what my publisher says. But I want to hear the people talking. And those are the people I hear talking in my head. If someone says, I hear voices in my head, usually it means you better get out of the room. But in this case, that's how a book starts. It starts with somebody talking, somebody saying something to me, or people talking amongst themselves, and that's the impetus for the book. So I work in this place. It's a little apartment in what's now a chic part of town, Mile End, which really wasn't my idea when I bought it a number of years back. It's the kind of place I can walk away from and I don't have to worry about it. It's very low maintenance. It doesn't cost much. Nobody ever comes in here except for you. It's not a friendly place for other people. Nobody tells me that I have to pick up my socks. Really, it's ideal. And it's kind of one of those things that you can do in Montreal where anyway, it used to be the property prices aren't that high. You can find some place for yourself. And that just kind of proves that this is a good place to live for writers. I don't believe in this kind of romantic stuff where you get up in the middle of the night or you stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning writing. Usually by the time that time comes along, your judgment is kind of faulty. So the earlier the better. I'm not a real morning person. If I could start at 8 or 9 in the morning, that would be great. Unfortunately, now we have to write on computers. I held out for as long as I could. My first novels were all written on manual typewriter. I have my typewriter museum in the basement. They'll never come back into play again, unfortunately. I don't like computers. I don't like the fact that they don't make noise when you type on them. There's no action. They don't push back when you push on the keys. It's kind of disincarnate. But that's the way it is. I'm not going to go back and start writing on a typewriter again. It just doesn't work that way. I've learned how to handle computers and not be their victim. There are times that I just turn off the screen. And so I'm not bothered by, the actual appearance of the page. Just the way when you're typing and the paper's coming out, you're not worried about what it's looking like or if the commas are all right. So somebody taught me that trick. Turn off the screen. And I often tell people to do that. They all think I'm nuts. But turn off the monitor, turn off the screen. I don't write in public places for the reason I said. I make too much noise when I write. You're not going to find me at the cafe murmuring to myself and typing away. I'd never make it as Jean-Paul Sartre. I'm not going to write in a cafe. No music, because I don't want anybody else's words to get in the way. So no music. I can spend the entire day in silence. That's just fine with me.